Here's what's happening now. Not a whole lot of sunshine and a couple sprinkles, but big changes on the way as we head towards Labor Day weekend. Paula.
I've got my hard hat, I've got my goggles on, and we are going inside the brand new Red Wing Stadium to show you women doing unconventional jobs to bring you this brand new entertainment complex.
All right, looking forward to that, Paula. Plus, restricting rights, controversy brewing over new voting laws that some say disenfranchise African-American voters. Also, fighting for her life, a woman's miraculous escape from a burning car, all caught on camera. How Good Samaritans banded together to save her. I'm Karen Drew. Those stories and more right now on First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Police are investigating right now after a father reportedly shot his son in the face at an apartment complex in Southfield. It happened earlier today at the Southfield Towers on Losser. The 19-year-old son was struck in the face but suffered non-life-threatening injuries. He is currently being treated at the hospital. Police are questioning the 49-year-old father at this time. Former Michigan State basketball star Keith Appling has been charged today with 4 more felonies. Appling was charged with third-degree fleeing and eluding, carrying a concealed weapon, resisting and obstructing police, and a felony firearms violation. Now, this all stems from that incident Sunday night in Detroit, where Appling tried to flee police after a routine traffic stop. Appling was ultimately caught a few blocks down the road and arrested. Today, Michigan released the newest M-STEP scores, and unfortunately, the results were not as good as expected. The M-STEP is the state's new standardized test issued to students. The exam tests students in various categories, including math, science, and social studies. This year, the results showed less than half of Michigan students reached 50% proficiency in core subjects. The 2 subjects students did excel in were 5th grade and 11th grade English. An 81-year-old man in Detroit is recovering right now after being carjacked and then shot on the city's west side. This happened early this morning when Herman Garth went to his nearby liquor store to buy a soda pop. When he left, 2 suspects were waiting for him. The 81-year-old says the men took his keys, stole his money, and then shot him in the legs. He's now recovering at his home as police continue to search for those suspects. Anyone with information is asked to call Detroit police. Time now for our first look at the forecast, and a glorious last week for summer for lots of those kids before they head off to school, Ben.
Yes, and the back end of the week is going to look a whole lot better than the front end, but we've got some showers out there right now. These aren't very intense. We've had a couple rumbles of thunder well off to the north, but you can see these are dying out pretty quickly. Most of these are north of M59, and then you can see a couple more that have been developing down near the state line, just starting to move into parts of Lenawee County. And that is about it. We may get a few more tonight, but the big transition happens tomorrow. That's when cooler, less humid air starts rolling in on the other side of a cold front. And it's going to be hard to ask for a better Labor Day weekend forecast. We'll take a look at that. And of course, your 4-zone forecast. That is all coming up in just about 10 minutes. Karen.
In Decision 2016, the Clinton campaign will open an office here in downtown Detroit in just about an hour. The Hillary for Michigan downtown Detroit office will be located at 400 Monroe Street. Opening day celebrations begin about 5:30 and then they go until 7:30 tonight. Campaign officials have not said if the Democratic presidential nominee will be in the city to visit the new office. Rod.
Karen, we're here in Detroit on the west side at the Great Faith Ministries Church. The pastor here, Bishop Wayne T. Jackson, who also runs the Impact Television Network, and it is here on Saturday. He's going to interview Donald Trump. Controversial to say the least. He's had a lot of complaints about doing this, and so we wanted to know why. What's behind all of this? We wanted to hear from him. Well, we did. So coming up on Local 4 News at 6 o'clock, we're going to tell you exactly what he has to say and how this all came about.
All right, looking forward to that. Thank you, Rod. Meantime, there's a lot of controversy this afternoon swirling around the upcoming election, with most of it focused on the names on the top of the ballot. But in some southern states, the controversy centers on state laws that spell out who can cast a ballot. Devin Skillian is in the newsroom with more on what this is all about.
Well, Karen, here in Michigan, of course, a state law banning straight ticket voting was struck down by a federal judge who said that infringes on the voting rights of African Americans. Well, now the state attorney general is appealing that ruling. But setting that aside, in several southern states, the fight is over voter ID laws. Since 2012, 9 southern states have implemented voting restrictions, with most requiring voters to show state photo IDs at the polls. Last month, a federal judge in North Carolina overturned that state's voter ID law, saying it targeted African American voters. A similar law is also being challenged in Alabama, and that's where 13% of African Americans do not have photo ID, compared with just 5% of white voters. Alabama has also cut back on the hours of operation for driver's license offices. Now, there are also complaints in some southern states that voting districts have been redrawn, making it more difficult for African American voters to get to their polls. And while some states have increased the number of districts in them, they have reduced the number of voting precincts. Voting rights activists say all of these moves have been designed to reduce black voter participation. Beyond battle over the laws, there is this issue of perception. Older African Americans have lived through the fight for voting rights. They turn out to vote in every election, but younger African American voters in the South don't share that dedication to getting to the polls. Some of the elders say the younger generation doesn't seem to care, and it may be because they don't know where we've all been. Back to you, Karen.
All right. Thank you, Devin. Well, first at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines all around the world. Today, the Agriculture Department closed offices after receiving threats. The department said it deemed the anonymous threats serious. Offices in Colorado, Connecticut, Maryland, North Carolina, and West Virginia were closed until further notice to protect the safety of employees. A description of the threats or how they were sent were not shared, but the department is working with the FBI to determine whether those threats are credible. A hurricane watch remains in effect today for the Big Island of Hawaii as Hurricane Madeline moves closer. The Central Pacific Hurricane Center says the Category 4 storm is expected to pass dangerously close to the island tomorrow. As of Monday night, Madeline was 710 miles east of Honolulu and moving west. Police and parents over in Greenville, South Carolina are on high alert this afternoon after getting reports of clowns trying to lure children into the woods. Deputies say there's been several reports of suspicious characters dressed like clowns, whiteface and all. They're reportedly appearing in the wooded area next to an apartment complex where children often play.
2 little boys went in the woods and they came back. It was like, it's a clown, it's a clown. So everybody was like, no, it's not, no, it's not. You know, nobody not believing them. They went and got other kids and all of them come back. Then they come back crying. So we was like, all right, it must be something in the woods.
Deputies say the clowns flash green lasers, then they try to lure children with money and candy. More deputies are patrolling the area as an investigation into those reports continue. Construction on the brand new Red Wings Stadium is underway, and today our Paula Tubman went inside to introduce you to some very special women doing some unconventional jobs.
Okay, so I'm on the ground floor of Little Caesars Arena, and this really is the artistry that you don't really get a chance to see. Now, I want you to take a look. No. Take a closer look. Some of this work and the heavy lifting is being done by the strong, raw hands of women. Of the rotating construction team of about 420 workers building the new home for the Red Wings, only 5 are women. Small in numbers, but big in presence. Even in this day and age, to be a woman can still be a challenge if you wear a hard hat to work.
We get judged a lot more, so we definitely, every job we go on, we prove ourselves more than the guys do.
Dana is a plumber.
We are actually working right over there.
Tina, a sheet metal worker.
That stuff that's wrapped up there and that insulation, that's all sheet metal up there. Got my hair cut a couple weeks. I walk in, the hairdresser says, is that all work or do you work out too? I said, nope, it's all work.
Rochelle is the senior project manager.
When we first started this project, you know, we had all these outreach events, and you had all these young women coming to the outreach events and saying, I want to be a plumber, I want to be a carpenter, I want to be a bricklayer. And then when they actually experienced or recognized what that plumber or carpenter did, they found out, they felt as though it wasn't sexy enough.
Indeed, it's a job that traditionally does not scream, send me your daughters. In fact, nationwide, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that out of about 9 million people working in construction, only 9% are female. The times are changing, however slowly, and if you think this isn't sexy work, well, take a closer look.
What are we holding over?
It is positively, absolutely, resolutely kick butt. And these women are strong, powerful. Case in point that girls can do this too.
And I love what I do. And it is absolutely my daughter. I have a little girl, she's 10, and she works with tools at home and she builds stuff and she does it too. And she's just like a little tiny itty bitty, so it's awesome, you know, that I can show her that it's great that she's able to do it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, of course, we've all heard the saying, behind every good man stands a strong woman. Apparently the same goes for a really nice arena as well. You know, here's the thing. To say that you're a woman in construction no longer means that you need to hold a sign or hold a flag. They say that's not where the money is. This is the middle class, and that's why they're looking for more women. They've got room for you. You'll have some company. Karen?
I love this story, Paula. Obviously sending some great messages to our young people, and that one worker who was sharing her story with her daughter, and she's kind of following in her steps too.
It's very, very cool. It's cool to know who's behind building this stadium. Lots of men, but a few good women too.
Something to brag about. All right, Paula Tutman reporting live.
Yes, indeed.
All right, thank you, Paula. Ahead first at 4, Michigan is expecting the biggest apple surplus in history. Why? It's going to be a great fall for apple lovers, plus where you can get apple-flavored treats ahead of the autumn rush. Also, gator hunting season got off to a record-breaking start. Ahead, we'll tell you how much this guy weighs and where he was caught. And canine communication, new evidence showing that our dogs are smarter than we think, how your pooch actually understands what you're saying.
Now, coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
A Detroit church dealing with a very messy situation. Take a look at the video. Flooding, mold, and debris, all because of something happening right next door. I'll have that story for you coming up new tonight.
All right, thank you so much, Hank. Ben is back, and I think lots of people are smiling on the way this whole week is going towards Labor Day.
I am.
Yeah, I know. You like a little bit when it starts to get a little cooler.
Yeah, and I'm not hiding that at all, but we're going to lose the humidity. We're also going to see temperatures become a little bit cooler. But if you do like the heat, don't worry, because we'll get some of it back by the end of the upcoming weekend. Just a few light showers tonight, temperatures dropping from that 80-degree finish, and we'll see the 70s from about sunset beyond. Still feeling humidity tonight. The big change comes as we get into tomorrow afternoon. 81 outside right now. The heat index is matching the air temperature. A lot of clouds out there, and we have seen a couple of very light showers, but haven't really amounted to much, and the ones that have shown up have not lasted very long. There's more back here to the north, and that's where that cold front is residing. Once that thing passes through, that's when we get the cooler, less humid air during the afternoon tomorrow. But we're in sort of a transition zone now between this time and about tomorrow morning, and you'll see here on our forecast map as we get into tomorrow morning, really tonight, we still could be seeing a couple of these scattered light showers. Overnight, as the front gets closer, they may become a little bit more numerous. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder, but most of these should be just some raindrops. And then as the front goes south of us, the cooler, less humid air on the backside starts to show itself as we get into the afternoon. We will get some sunshine in here. It's going to feel a whole lot different in the afternoon. In fact, highs tomorrow not getting out of the 70s. But tonight, still the humidity around. We'll be down to only 69 for our overnight lows. Scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Winds are going to remain on the light side. Here's your 4-zone forecast as we look at those high temperatures tomorrow, which are going to feel a whole lot different. Not only are the air temperatures going to be lower, but with that lower humidity, it makes a difference too. 78 in Clinton Township, down to 79 in Trenton downriver. In our south zone tomorrow, hard to find an 80-degree reading. Just about everybody going to be in the upper 70s. In fact, 79 looks like the magic number south of Michigan Avenue. In our west zone, 76 in Brighton. Ann Arbor, you're going to be at 79. Fenton, you'll be at 76, and so is Flint tomorrow afternoon. And in our north zone, starting to feel a little bit more fall-like, 74s from Sandusky down to North Branch, just slightly milder across parts of Macomb and Oakland counties as we'll reach the mid-70s tomorrow afternoon. But look at the difference on Thursday and Friday. 72 for that finish, 74 as we go into Friday. And with those morning lows and that low humidity, we're going to be in the 50s to start. But humidity, or I should say the heat ramps up, the humidity does not. We'll be back to 87 by Monday afternoon. So still a summer-like finish to the 3-day weekend. Karen.
Thank you, Ben. Let's talk good health. Question for you. Can your dog actually understand the words you say? Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with some research, which is pretty interesting.
It's kind of cool, especially if you're a dog owner. You know, some people think that dogs are responding to behaviors and the tone of your voice rather than the actual words that are being used. But a new study suggests they understand what you are saying, not just how you say it. Dogs have many ways of telling us how they're feeling, from happy to not so happy, maybe even a little embarrassed sometimes. Now there's evidence dogs can understand humans too. Researchers in Hungary trained dogs to sit very still in a functional MRI scanner. Trainers then spoke words, both familiar and unfamiliar to the dogs, in various ways. In a sing-song, good boy voice, then in a neutral tone, good boy. Brain scans showed the dogs processed those familiar words correctly, regardless of tone and how they sounded, meaning they understood the meaning of the words. How do they do it? Well, the theory is that dogs start to understand that the words good boy are a positive thing when they're said in a positive tone. So even if our furry friends sometimes have selective hearing, sit down. Hey, sit. Eventually they figure it out.
Good sit, good boy.
Now, while dogs seem to process words in a lot of the same ways that humans do, the researchers really emphasize humans are unique in our ability to use words, although maybe it's just that we don't understand dog speak yet.
Yeah, that could be. But I love that they could actually understand a few of those words.
Right.
And a little closer to them.
I think that's absolutely true.
Yeah. All right, cool stuff. Thanks, Doc. Ahead first at 4, Wisconsin man unable to work after serving in the military for 21 years is fighting a new battle. It involves his beloved service dog. How you can help ahead. Also, daring rescue, a miraculous escape from a burning car is caught on camera. How Good Samaritans banded together to save this woman. This story trending now, a woman's miraculous escape from a burning car following a 10-car pileup is all caught on camera. Dash cam video shows the chilling moments of that pileup on a busy highway in New York. Moments later, heroic bystanders rushing to save her. The vehicle's in flames. Amazingly, she escaped with only cuts and bruises. Gator hunting season got off to a record-breaking start. Take a look at this. Tiffany Winky of Mississippi and her hunting party caught this nearly 700-pound alligator. It measures nearly 13 feet long. The big catch beat the previous record by just 1/8 of an inch. The gator was caught on Sunday. Hunting season, if you're wondering, started on Friday. Wisconsin man unable to work after serving in the military for 21 years is fighting a new battle to protect his beloved service dog. Larry Giedmer says it's impossible to get through a day without Otter. He says his four-legged friend helps him cope with PTSD by knowing when he's about to have a seizure or blackout. But the man says Otter needs help now as the dog is suffering from atrial fibrillation.
Doesn't want to eat his food. And there's been times when we recorded a heart rate upwards of 300 beats per minute.
After 2 surgeries, a week in the hospital, and ongoing checkups, Giedmer is asking for help with paying Otter's medical expenses. We do have a link to the GoFundMe page on our health page of clickondetroit.com if you're interested. All right, let's go to Los Angeles, where a 4-month-old little girl is quickly becoming pretty famous on the internet thanks to her mom. Little Joey's mom dresses her up as famous figures when she sleeps. Here you can see Joey is dressed up as Garth from Wayne's World. Then she was dressed up as a sushi chef. Next, she had to get a picture dressed up as Pokemon Pikachu. And then finally, you've got a baby Han Solo with a stuffed Chewbacca. Creative mom. Ahead first at 4. Michigan expecting the biggest apple surplus in history, where you can get apple-flavored treats ahead of the autumn rush. I'm happy.
This smells
Does this
awesome.
smell so good? Oh my gosh, we're talking about donuts, cider, and we're also talking about apples too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, according to the Michigan Apple Committee, our state can expect a harvest of 31 million bushels of apples this year, and that would be the biggest apple harvest in history. So it makes us talk about cider mills, clearly.
Right, absolutely. And to help celebrate the big harvest, we have got all kinds of stuff from Parmenter's Cider Mill that's here. They brought along some of their famous treats, including donuts, jelly, jams, and of course, they're all world-famous cider.
Along with those snacks, we want to let you know that Parmenter's also hosts live music on the weekends. Also, Has an attached winery, which features a number of craft ciders, beer, and wine. See, I knew
So,
you would like that.
Donuts
I'll bring
and wine?
the kids. You can drink the wine. If you're wondering where they are, they're over in Northville, open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And we want to thank them because they were so kind to drop all of this off, and we'll be so kind to share it with the folks in the newsroom.
Yes, it wasn't just a little glass of cider and a
No,
donut.
they
went
like
all
loaded
out
us
here.
up.
So thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us first at 4. We're back in a half hour with Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition is next. Time to eat.
Yes. Is this stuff warm?